Okay, this is a cool story. Research too. Did you know that in 1960 there was a guy named John Calhoun that predicted pretty much what's going on right now, and in many ways too. So what he did is create what's called like a mouse paradise: unlimited food, unlimited play, no predators, perfect shelter, women and men, everything that mice need to thrive, and the population exploded, like thousands of mice, right? And then it all went downhill really quickly. Aggression increased, social structure broke, the mother stopped nurturing their youngs, how I view it nowadays, boss babes. Males withdrew from competition, feminine men. Mating declined, us today. Eventually, reproduction collapsed overall. And then Calhoun called it like behavioral sink, where it was a collapse. Even though they had all the food, play, and everything they needed, it became a collapse of like social relationships and social roles. So that's the question now, I would ask us. Do we see that nowadays? Do we see social roles breaking down? True or false? Do we see that men and women are confused about their roles, right? Do we see that mating has declined? True or false? Yes, that's true. Like since 1990s, adults are now having significantly less sex than ever reported before. And that's literally less than any previous generations, okay? Nurturing declined. It's true or false now, right? Relationships, more disposable now. Commitment, people were just more afraid of it now, right? Withdrawal increased. True or false, is that happening now? So we're also like in this weird like loneliness epidemic, which is for men and women, I believe. And it has to do with this dang phone, the thing I'm recording with, right? A lot more screen time, less real world connection, dating apps, all that, right? Birth rates are way down. And then, when you look at the environment, like what we do nowadays, most people walk around with their phones, just staring at their phones, right? Head down. We even have like the humps on our necks now, right? So this pocket device that we're carrying everywhere is giving us like unlimited options, right? Dating apps on top of that, like social media just allows us to see people. We can see what's going on in Italy right now, anywhere in Europe. We can see what's going on in Florida at 3 p.m. on our time, and then just compare to those perfect couples and perfect bodies and perfect lifestyles. And so we are comparing way more and more and more and perfect, everything, right? And we were like, hey, I can have those options too. But just because we can perceive those options doesn't mean we can have them, right? But it's a perceived infinite amount of options. So comparisons increase, expectations inflate, delusions keep creeping. I say delusions like not nicely either. Like I know I've been delusional too. Like there's a level of delusion that's okay, I feel. But anyways, it goes into something else. So, but in the end, we end up thinking there's something always better. There's grass is greener on the other side. And the more we scroll, the more we're like, yeah, that's true. So when options feel infinite, commitment feels very optional, and that's what we're seeing now. The mass experiment had that. They didn't run out of food, right? They had all the resources they need. They just ran out of connections. They stopped caring about connections, and that's what's going on, I think, now. Connection erodes long enough, social collapse does eventually start happening. It's like a social starvation, and it comes from isolation. So I don't think we're doomed, right? But I like if we want to fix that, we have to start relating with one another. And that's why I think, doing stuff like this helps, because with AI, I use AI a lot for work and stuff, but we do know that like people are dying for some authenticity, like realness, because of AI's boom. So it's weird. The perceived abundance, we may learn what happens when connection dies before resources do. We've already seen it with the mouse study and mice study, whatever you want to call it. So just cool food for thought. I thought this would be my video for today, that we got to start socializing more, making friends with random people, saying hi, putting down our phones just for a second to interact. I know like, I said, blast, when like something simple as far as like going to the library, going to school, just say hi to the person next to you. Go and change your oil, say hi. There's like a little waiting room there. I know it's super awkward to like interact with people in there. Every time I've done it, I've never hated it. I do know that social collapse, in the sense that behavioral sink is kind of what we're seeing nowadays. I go to the gym, and me myself, I'm also like, I'm scared to talk to women. Like I'm afraid of like how they'll interact, and women are like afraid to interact too. I think, I don't know, women, you can chime in, but I just know I see men wanting to talk to women and vice versa. Like I'll talk to women, I guess, but like asking for numbers is like a whole different level, right? And damn. Anyways, that's all the message I want to say. It's interesting, and I hope we can do something about it, and just you yourself showing up differently every day.